Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some Valentine's themed wreaths that I made, and I think they ended up looking super cute, so I'm excited to share them with you all. And they range from super easy to make to slightly more intricate, so hopefully I can inspire you to make something for your own home. Alright, let's get started. So this first wreath is a paper rose wreath. You're going to need a styrofoam circle, and because I didn't want any of the white showing through, I covered mine in a red ribbon first. Next, I took some cardstock and I picked a pack that had multiple colors of red. Next, I cut out circles. You don't have to be precise with this, you can just do it freehand. And then I cut out spiral shapes. Now to form the rose, you're going to need to roll up the entire piece of paper tightly, starting at the narrow strand. Be sure to leave a little circle at the end because that will be the piece that you glue down the entire rose to. Go ahead and make more of these in different colors. And the final step is gluing them onto the base of your wreath. And because I was using different colors of red, I alternated where I placed them. And when you're finished, you have this beautiful rose wreath that looks good at Valentine's Day or any time of the year. The second wreath is this burlap and hearts wreath, and I really like it because even though it's a simple design, it looks really cute. The items you'll need are a foam wreath base, some burlap. I chose this high density one so that it didn't have large gaps in between the thread. And go ahead and wrap that burlap all around the styrofoam. I actually cut mine in half lengthwise just because when it was full length width it was harder to wrap. And then next I cut some hearts out of some red felt, and you're going to need to estimate the size of the hearts to be big enough to fit the width of the wreath, but not too big that they overlap and you can't see them. And you're going to need to make multiple hearts, so I just used my first heart to make multiple copies of that so that all of the sizes were the same. And for this project I needed 10 total hearts. Next I went ahead and first placed them around the wreath to see what they would look like. I placed mine so that one was right side up and then the next one was upside down, and continued that pattern. And although I'll ultimately be tying these down with twine, I did put a small little bit of glue to secure them in place. Be sure not to put too much glue because then it'll start showing through the felt. And the last step is just wrapping the twine around. When you wrap it, make sure you form the middle of an X right in the center of each heart. I think this design looks really cute, and the twine matches the burlap perfectly. And when you come to the end, you can just flip it around and tie a knot with the twine to secure it. And that's it, you have this really cute heart and burlap wreath. And I actually think it's my favorite just because of its simplicity. The third wreath is a Deco mesh wreath. You've probably seen these around everywhere. I started with this 12-inch wire base, and then I decided to use 3 different colors of Deco mesh. So the way I tied it was I basically created 2 little ears and then tied those 2 ends down against the wire until you create a bow. And that's it. And after I created each bow, I made sure to just kind of puff it up a little to give it more body. I continued to make more bows down along the length of the wire. I placed the bows kind of scattered along the wire base and left some room in between each bow so that I could place the additional colors. So once I was finished with the white, this is what it looks like. You can see that each bow is spaced a couple of inches from the next, and I've gone ahead and puffed them all out so that they have a more full appearance. And then I next added in the pink and red mesh, and I just alternated in a random fashion where they were being tied, trying to keep the colors somewhat balanced. This is what it looks like when it's all done. I really like how bright and vibrant these colors turned out. You could easily recreate this with a larger diameter wire base for an even larger wreath. And then I wanted to add some embellishments. I just picked up these cute foam hearts from the craft store and glued them on. I continued to place these little hearts all around the wreath. And here is the final product. I think it looks really festive and fun. And you could definitely recreate this type of a wreath using different colors for almost any holiday. So the fourth wreath is a yarn wreath that also has these little felt flower embellishments. Although it may look really detailed, it's actually super easy to make. So start out again with a foam base, and then go ahead and pick a yarn that you like. The one I picked was multicolored, and it was a little bit fluffy in texture, which is what I was looking for. And then go ahead and wrap that all the way around your base. And then next, to make the little felt flowers, you're gonna need to pick multiple colors of felt, whatever you like. The two types of flowers I made were this really puffy flower and then this spiral rose. For the first flower, you're gonna need a rectangular length of felt, fold it in half lengthwise, and then you're gonna cut little strips parallel to the whole thing all the way down. Then next, just roll it onto itself like I'm doing here. And then when you turn it over, you can see that it's starting to look just like a flower. And to secure the base, just cut a little circular piece of felt and glue that over the base so that it won't unravel. And then when you flip it over, you've got a cute little flower. Just make sure to puff it all out so that it looks really full. And then to make the felt rose, just use the same technique that I showed in the beginning of this video, where you cut out a circle and then a spiral, roll it onto itself using the thin end first, and then glue the base down onto the circular middle section. Go ahead and make more of these in different colors. And then next, I arranged mine along the wreath just to make sure I liked the pattern first, and then I went ahead and glued them all down. And once you're done with that, you're finished with your wreath. I think this one ended up looking really cheerful and colorful, and the flowers remind me of spring as well as Valentine's Day. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and stay tuned to my channel to see upcoming videos. Until next time, take care.